the core DNA of what this company is essentially is one man's passion. If you think about Japan and where Nobu-san was a young man, it was very rare that someone would leave Japan and go on travels as he did. And he was hugely passionate about what he did. And essentially the core of his passion is the kokoro, which comes from the heart, the Japanese word for heart. The expansion into the hotel group really has just been an extension of that core, and to essentially make it a lifestyle brand. The biggest challenge we find is, and I talk about my experience here at Shoreditch, we're a Nobu restaurant within a Nobu hotel, but making the area and the public understand that there is a restaurant within the hotel and that we are at the same level as the other restaurants has been our biggest challenge. Now we're very lucky, we have an amazing product and we have our recipes are very solid. There's a core of our menu which is the same in every single location across 50 restaurants globally, and that's what we lean on. That's our bread and butter, if you like. The nuance, the challenge comes around that in our breakfast menus, in our interim dining service, and making us unique to the area as well. And those are our biggest challenges. How have we done that? We look at what the area does. We humble ourselves in everything that we do and try and be authentic. Authenticity from me comes from, it's not something that you can create, it comes from the core of what we do. And essentially, that's what makes us successful and also enables us to make change and incorporate us into the area. During our opening, we relied too much on the success of the Nobu restaurant. And we've realized that being in Shoreditch, that we've had to adapt, that we've had to make our pricing, better for the area, that we've had to have dishes on our menu that are more approachable, even how our waiters approach the table and how they speak with guests, how we take reservations. All the details have had to be looked at to ensure that it's not a given that we're going to just open and be successful. And that's really where we've had to adapt ourselves most from our opening. I started in this industry because of my love of food. From a young age I was cooking. Both my parents were working through my childhood, and I used to come home from school and cook. And it's something I did, was never a chore. It was always something I would enjoy doing. Even to this day, on my days off, I spend in markets. My wife doesn't cook a huge amount. I'm the one that cooks at home. And my father gave me an opportunity via a friend to do some time in the kitchen. And I just found my passion. And I found that working in hospitality, that I had all the drive, the energy and the passion. And I value my experience in the kitchen so much because it not only made me understand a very strong work ethic, but being able to translate a passion onto a plate and having the technical skills to be able to deliver that was something that I'm truly thankful to this day. Now, I ended up working in a restaurant called Launceston Place, which is in Kensington. I was working in the kitchen as a commis chef. They were very short-staffed in the front of house, and the restaurant manager came downstairs to the kitchen and said, "We really, really need some help in the front of house. Can you come and help?" So I put on a waiter's uniform. I had a little bit of experience, and Lady Diana walked into the restaurant, sat down, and I ended up looking after Lady Diana. It was a wonderful experience. We got on really, really well. The following day, her aide called the restaurant and said she's coming again and she'd really like Julian to look after her. It was my day off. I got a call from the restaurant manager. "Lady Diana's coming, she wants you to look after." I jumped out of my skin, ran to work, and I never did another shift in the kitchen. And what I found essentially is it combined my love of food, my love of people, and really looking after people is something that I've always been really passionate about. So in a way I found my place. I like the way it's structured because essentially you structure it with all of the elements that create the businesses and meeting people that are at the design stage from the culinary side through to crockery suppliers. Having that mix of people together I found very interesting. I think just the mix of people together is something that I've not done before, so that's what I found most interesting.